everybody, Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone tutorial. This time, we're doing a creeper-only farm. Yeah. Well, let's just get this stuff off. We don't need it on. And let's get rid of it. Yeah, so. Now, right now, I don't have any mobs spawning. At all. This may not be the absolute fastest creeper farm I've seen, but it's reliable. And before any of you guys ask, yes, this works in 1.14 and also works in 1.16. So this has actually been progressed to 1.16 so that it will work. So, and I know you guys are going to ask about the rates. This is the way I have this set up right now is not using a trident killer at all. So, under here we have almost a stack and a half, so you get about 3 stacks an hour. And I ran this for a half hour. So, this right here is, yeah, it might not be the fastest, but it's reliable. And using a trident killer will be able to get you more, but I decided not to use it just so that you guys understand that it's effective this way. And we're using a total of 36 cats, so that's going to add to the mob spawn, that's going to add to the spawning, no, the world spawn, which they would actually separate out the categories though. So, let's take a quick look at what we got here. We have 3 platforms. We have 9 platforms per side, and they are 7 by 7 with a cat in the middle, and we have anti-spider measures. And yes, these do the way that this is set up will prevent spiders from spawning. And we also have trapdoors above everything else to prevent all of the other mobs from spawning. So, and we got water streams to take them into a central killing area so that it's easier to collect the drops. Like I said, you don't have to have a kill them the way I do. You can have a trident killer if you want, but I'm not going to show you guys how to build those. If you're wondering, there's other videos out there. So, what do you say, guys? Let's get to building this thing. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I have pretty much everything you need for the creeper-only farm in the chest. Okay, it's a lot more resources than normally, but yeah, you need a lot of concrete, a lot of building blocks. I prefer you using solid blocks. And you're going to need at least a shulker box plus this in trapdoors. They don't have to be iron. They can be whatever type of trapdoor you want. But you're going to need quite a bit of buttons too. And a way to collect and kill them. And I'm not even going to tell you guys how you can do that. That's up to you. Trident killer. And we also have wither roses, magma blocks, fall damage. Now, first things first. You need to prep your area. Because with the current mob spawning rules, it's not entirely fixed, but as soon as 1.16 happens, this farm is going to get even better. I am saying that right now. The farm will get better in 1.16. If you're watching this in 1.16, good time to build this farm. But yeah, so what needs to happen is the spawning rules is mobs cannot spawn within 24 blocks of you. So we're going to make sure that everything that can spawn is going to spawn away from us. So that's why we have these areas over there. That's why it's set up this way. Some areas will get a little more spawning than others, but that's because of how the spawning code goes. Don't worry about that. We're just setting it up so that we can get maximum spawning spaces in the tightest area we can. Then they will not despawn as long as they are. And now back to the spawning rules is if they are within 32 blocks of you, from 24 to 32, they will not despawn at all. Doesn't matter what they are. If they are within that range, they will not despawn. So we're utilizing that factor in too, because most of these are barely within 32. Some of them are outside, but yeah. But then, if any mob between 32 and 54 blocks away, they have a chance to despawn. And anything outside of 54 blocks will automatically despawn. So we have to make sure that everything stays within the proper range. That's why it is so short. And that's why we are so high in the air. We're over 100 blocks in the air, so nothing will be able to spawn down there. So, first thing we got to do is we have to go out 25 blocks. So, I am just going to create this, and it's 25. It's 26 including this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is where they're going to start to spawn. This is this one right here they can spawn at, but we want them to spawn here. So let's get our building blocks out. I'm just going to grab one stack. And we'll put this here. So from here, we're going to go up 2. And down 1 on this one. And then we're going to go up 2 more here. Leaving that gap. Bye. Okay, so now this is our spawning. This is the corner of the spawn. So what we need to do is make a 7x7 platform. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Fill this in. And I'm only going to do one side. And then show you guys, and literally it is the same with all of them. I can actually do this with you do this with every single floor. You make a 7x7 area because we need to have this. We need maximum spawning areas, but we're using cats to scare the creepers. So yeah, we need to, and they can only scare in if they're in the center of a 7x7 square, centered on them. 7x7. That's why these platforms are this big. Now, when it comes to mob proofing, all you have to do is mob proof the roof if you plan on doing long AFK creeper farm sessions. So we don't need to do anything exorbitant. And let's just, because I can, let's just switch blocks. Let's go with the black concrete because I like the black concrete. So, and the roof will go 2 blocks high. And we will fill this in. You can overshoot because we're going to need to overshoot anyways on all of them. Unless you plan on building a wall right along 1 block away, right here. Unless you just plan on making it like a wall there. Then you don't have to then you still have to overshoot it by 2. But you can leave it open like this, which then I do 15 blocks to guarantee every single one of those spots have a 0 light level. So we'll just finish filling this in. Because here's our roof, because the roof is also part of the farm. And I missed a block. Okay, so let's break that one. Now get your trapdoors. And you don't have to start at the bottom, you can start on the top, it doesn't matter where you start. But every single space needs a trapdoor. And you need to make sure that they stay closed if you're not using iron trapdoors. That's the reason why I'm using the iron, is because I can click on them all I want and they will stay closed. If you have an insane iron farm, then you can actually use the iron trapdoors if you feel like it. But any trapdoor will work. I just like the look of the iron trapdoors. So, you do this to every single level. In fact, let me just do this line real fast. Okay, then we got to go, so we're going to go start on the bottom and do the bottom one. And I'll duplicate all of them here. And we will continue circling them around according to what we need to do here. So, in the center, in the dead center, we need, just because I don't feel like dealing with chances of other mobs spawning. Yeah, I know I'm throwing these away and I'll get myself the cats back, but yeah. If we want to deal, if you don't, you can use a minecart for this, or you can just manually do it. I recommend placing a button and getting, and we're going to need to set this formation up right in the center. And then circling around, skipping a space every single block. Now the reason why we're sticking this here is to prevent creepers from spawning there. All the other ones are to prevent spiders from spawning, so we have more spawning areas for creepers than we do for spiders can't spawn, so all of these areas will be for creepers, which is the whole point. So we'll just break this, and I will get myself my cat eggs back. And we'll get some salmon, not some salmon, some cod, because they like the cod. Cod. Get your cat in and tame them. Make sure they're sitting, because you don't want them any other position. If they get on a trapdoor, you just gotta break the trapdoor. You can name tag them if you want. You don't have to. You've interacted with them, so they will not despawn. If you're worried about them getting loose, put them in a minecart and drop the minecart right in there. They will be fine. So now, what we have left to do on this bottom level is just circle around and just put buttons on the sides of every single block. Hence why we need a lot of buttons, a lot of blocks, and a lot of trapdoors. Now, if I get a creeper and spawn him in right here, he notices the cat and runs wherever he can. And the trick is trying to get the cat dead center. Because if he's dead center, he will always scare the creepers, no matter where they spawn in at. They get scared, they run off the edge. And you don't even have to do anything. Just get the cat in, and creepers won't mess with them. Put them in a minecart, creepers won't mess with them. Whole point behind it is to just get the creepers out of the area. See, he's not dead center, so it's a, like I said, it's a finagling detail. You just have to make sure that there's buttons everywhere. trapdoors, and a cat in the center of a 7x7 area. Now, when it comes to doing the next layer, the next section, all you have to do is place a block on the button and make another 7x7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, and you build your platform out, your 7x7 platform, and I do recommend using a minecart to get them in. Not necessary, but it's more to make sure that they get positioned correctly. You can leave them in the minecart if you want, but you don't have to. Set up your buttons. Creepers will not be able to run across over to here, and they will just fall into your kill chamber, whatever kill chamber you decide to go with. So then you do every level, and you just go 3 wide, 3 levels. This one you don't have to put anything because you're utilizing the buttons and it's small footprint. Creepers will fall down, get scared, and if they fall down to the level below, they'll still get scared off and keep going down. So let me get the full platforms actually built, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and as you can see, I've got all 4 of the platforms built. Now, what else? I also set up the framework for the roof I used over there. So pretty much from this spot right here all the way out is 15 blocks. Well, that was for counting, but yeah, we got 15 blocks here. So pretty much anything right in here nothing gets placed except for maybe protection blocks from phantoms, but yeah, everything in here actually gets filled in. And to prevent mobs from spawning up here, you don't have to use carpets, but in 1.14 I recommend just using carpets because for some reason I can't seem to get a single creeper to spawn with slabs on there. So we just count out 15 blocks from a corner, go out, pretty much make boxes. Here we went at an angle. Now in here it's not exactly 15 blocks. You will actually have a little bit of a cutout. I decided not to do the cutout, so we'll just go into just do the angle here. But yeah, I'm going to actually set this up where where the entire thing is where I actually have the entire roof built for you guys, and then I'm not going to bother with the kill chamber. The kill chamber is strictly up to you. How you do it, how you move them around is strictly up to you. You can use those the water sources like I did there, or you could just drop them down, killing them. But like I said, that's strictly up to you how you want to do it. But yeah, so let me get up let me get the walls built up, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I got the roof entirely done. And as you can see, it's completely carpeted, so no mobs will spawn on here no matter what time of day it is. And because of our height, no mobs will spawn on the bottom, so building this up is actually huge if you build it in the air. Let me remove this real fast. Put that there. Yeah, because I was testing some things, and apparently I forgot to remove some of these blocks afterwards, but you're supposed to remove them. And this is actually just a light glitch. So there is no light there. I can tell you that right now looking at it. There is no light there. It's just a glitch in the system. So now let's come to the AFK spot, and let me turn the rules back on. Why won't it work with me? Game rule. Okay, now we've got them turned on. And as you can see, it's a little slow. But let's just make it a little easier. Give us some whoop. Let's fix that. There we go. Now we can see clearly. But yeah, I didn't change mode. All I did was turn off mob spawning while I was doing my testing over there. And these now are supposed to be able to spawn. And I have no idea why they're not. Maybe because 9:36. No, we shouldn't be at entity limit. And honestly, I don't even understand how the entity limit works right now. I think it's worldwide, but honestly, I think they should do it loaded. It would do a lot more processing, might make the game run a little slower, but it would also allow the game to run a little smoother. But this is the exact same design as I have over here. And this is spawning creep. This does spawn creepers in. So let's just pop down here. And like I said, you get about 3 stacks an hour. And yeah. Difficulty, hard. Let's just make sure we're set up on hard difficulty. Yeah, sometimes it does take a while, sometimes it happens immediately. But yeah, there we go, see? We did get a creeper. They do spawn in. We got another one over there. That's going to die. He's going to die. So let's load up these guys again and see if we can spot any. Because I want to make sure, I want to show you guys that this is the one that we just built. That this one also will spawn in creepers, no spiders. See, we've got a creeper right there. And he's actually trying to run off the edge. I just don't know why he's not. We got buttons. Let's just knock him off. See, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. Yeah, everything's set up right. We are getting creepers. They are wanting to run off the edge. So I call this actually a success. How you, like I said, how you move them around is up to you, and how you kill them is up to you, and how you store your items is completely up to you. But you guys, if you like the video, leave a like. If you have questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section. If it's a big issue, then you can actually join my Discord. Link will be in the description. If you want to support me, you can either join my Patreon or subscribe. Link will be in the description for the Patreon. And you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.